Just on the edge of the Great Western Highway here at Barnett Street. I've got a little adventure this morning with Jules, who's still getting ready in the car. We're actually going to walk down to the Glenbrook Railway tunnel that we did about 3 or 4 months ago. But we virtually walked up the tunnel gully from the Nepean River end, Leonay end. We are going to go down this boom gated little roadway here, and we're going to have a look at the western side of the portal today. Now, they did film an episode of Cities of the Underground at the railway tunnel because it was used as a mustard gas facility for World War II, and the host of that Cities of the Underground, I think it was called Alcatraz Down Under, he was actually down this little road talking to those two older gentlemen in front of some cargo containers. Now, I don't know if those cargo containers are still down there, but we're going to go have a look. You want to take a few pics of this, Jules? Surveillance cameras used in this reserve. Footage may be used as evidence for more information. If you have a look on Google Maps for this road here, it shows that you can actually drive down. But they don't want you going down here. They've got a fair few locks, I'll give you the tip. I've never seen that kind of lock before. It's got a star lock on there. Looks like a pin tumbler lock. Lockwood, Avis. Alright, we'll head down here and we'll see what we can come across. Okay, so a lot has changed. If you Google this area, so if you Google Barnett Street at Glenbrook, you can actually point the little man to drive down this little road, and on Google Maps there is still a house standing here with a car in the driveway. So whatever was here is gone. I think it had something to do with the waterboard back in the day. Now, the containers must have been just along here. So that host from Cities of the Underground was standing in front of a red container talking to those two older gentlemen that were around in World War II, telling him all about the mustard gas. So I did upload that video to YouTube, but they pulled it down. But what I have done is I've uploaded it to Daily Motion, I think it's called, and I'll provide the link in the comments section. And all you have to do, I'll add the password, and you can see that episode of Alcatraz Down Under of them walking into the Glenbrook Railway tunnels, talking about how it was used as a mustard gas facility. Now, they've turned this, what used to be a house, into a little skate park, a DIY, do-it-yourself skate park. Yeah. Is it? Well, people are living here. Yeah, they'll probably stay here overnight. But as I was saying, if you Google Barnett Street and you go down this little road, there's still a house standing here with a car in the driveway.
Really?
Yep. I'll show.
Looks like it's a skate park then.
No, this is a DIY skate park, so someone's done this themselves. So this was never here. This used to be a house, and there's a car right here in this little spot here. So if you look on Google Maps, there's a car here. So someone's done this afterwards. I don't know how old that picture is. It could be 2 or 3 years old. But those cargo containers must have been there. Look, there's a track going down there as well. We'll have a look down there. Anyway, the tunnel's just over here. So we'll go down to have a look at the western side of the portal. Now, if you don't know, we actually walked through this tunnel. We entered from the eastern side. So if you look back on my videos of 2021, you'll see the adventure that we took up on that day. Like I said, we started from the Nepean River down towards Lapston, walked up the tunnel gully. The eastern side of the portal is open, so you can actually get in, but it is very muddy. So if the train came out through here, it must have gone straight over that way, because I don't think it would have dog-legged that hard. And again, in that 2009 episode, this looks very different here. They're actually walking down here. There was like a corrugated iron shed just along here. Very famous tunnel, this one, used for many different things. Okay, so there's the big sign saying CCTV. Can you see any CCTV anywhere? Sometimes they just put up signs to deter people. Crown land. This is owned by the Blue Mountains Council, I think. Yeah, this has got something to do with the mushroom farming, I think. Some sort of generator. Might have been to power the lights inside, you don't know. Yeah, well, let me see if I can get it out here. Have a look inside. I'm going to just hold the bottom there, cheers. It looks pretty much the same as me, to me. Nothing looks like it's changed. So we're going to do this again one day because I've got a couple of friends there on the northern beaches that want to come along and do this. It's awesome walking through there. It's like stepping back in a time. There's not much left. If you watched that episode, Jules, that you watched it, I gave you the link to that, didn't I? That Cities of the Underground, Alcatraz Down Under. You remember when you said it was awesome when they were talking about the mustard gas facility? There was so much more things here. This was like a corrugated iron shed just here. But they've pulled everything down. All those cargo containers are all removed. There's nothing left. So this opened in 1892, I think it was, to 1913. Either 1913 or 14, one of the two. I think it was 1913. So 1892 to 1913. Didn't last very long because of some steep gradient. Trains were getting stuck inside the tunnel and there was slippage, and so this was the main western line back in the day. Look at that, where someone's got up there and graffitied. See it? They've hung over the edge there and put moss. Can you see a date up there anywhere? Sometimes they have the dates. Look at the old light up there. I'm still yet to see any CCTV. They're not that advanced where they're hidden so small. Normally they're quite large. We'll take some of those tracks off to the side there. We'll see if it leads to the tunnel gully on the other side. Not much left. I was expecting there to be a whole bunch of more stuff down here, but that Google Maps picture must be really old. Must be at least 3 or 4 years old. We just turned around because beautiful Julie has brought to my attention that on the back of whatever this was, there are some cool lettering. So it says Lister. Can you read the bottom bit, Jules? It says Lister Marine Sales, Dursley, England. So it's made in Dursley, England. I've never heard of that place in England before. Look at the air filters. Very cool. Very cool indeed. We've got this guy behind us here watching over everything. got the same lettering on top here. Lister. Someone's touched that up with a bit of yellow paint, it looks like. Someone's taken the air filter cap off. R.A. Lister, Marine Sales Limited, Dursley, GLOS, England. I'll only be guessing about what that is. It's raining again, is it? Oh, we knew that we were going to get a little bit of rain today. Okay, let's go down that track over there. We'll see if we can see some remnants of a train gully or some tracks. We just made our way out from the western side of the portal, decided to turn right and come up this bitumen road. I'm pretty sure this had something to do with the waterboard. When I looked online, I could see an old waterboard sign, and there's a big fence here. You can hear water running below it. Does it say any? It says water here. Sydney Water. If you are on the grounds without authority, you are trespassing. Trespassers may be prosecuted. May be prosecuted. Smells like sewage. Well, whatever this was used for, it's no longer, and there is a fence running all the way around. So they didn't want you coming in from the bush side either. There's a fence all the way down there. This rock, there's a fence up the top there. So this was pretty much enclosed back in the day whenever it was used for something. But it's just left to rot now. It's just overgrown with grass. You can see the pipeline here. Is there a hole in the fence at all or not? So this was the end of the road wherever. Oh yeah, there is a hole in the fence. Maybe these are tracks leading into the bush. This is a big enough gate here to drive like a four-wheel drive, and I don't think you'd be getting up there with a four-wheel drive though. I don't know where that takes you, Julesy. No idea. I think we'll just head back now. I'll have to have a look on Google Maps and see if that takes us back to the zigzag Lapston Walk or whatever it is. There are bush tracks heading in every direction. Well-worn bush tracks, so this is used regularly. I have no idea where they go. There's another track by the fence line going down that way. Doesn't seem to be anything dumped in the bush here. But we're not too far away from the Knapsack Viaduct, so maybe if we were to follow these tracks it would take us somewhere down near there, but I'll have to have a good look on the maps before we attempt that. Plus the car is just at the tip of Barnett Street, so we'll have to head back. God knows where Jules has gone. Where are you going? She's taken off. Tracks heading in every direction, so that way, this way. What's wrong? I don't know if she's on a phone or what she's doing. You coming back down or not? What are you getting on Google Maps, having a look? What is it, a road? There's a bit of concrete here, dumped. Ah, the RWII base. Well, that's where we have to go next. We're going to go do Lucasville Station after this. I don't think so. There doesn't seem to be a lot of rubbish on the road. Tracks going in every direction. We'll have to have a real good scout around online to make sure that we don't get lost, and maybe if we find something there worth...
Yeah, is it the viaduct?
Knapsack? Yeah. That takes you back to that. We've done the Knapsack viaduct. But our car's over up Barnett Street, so we're going to have to get up to the castle. Anyway, let's go down to Knapsack Road at the end of that, and we'll head down and see Lucasville Station. Sorry?
Want to have a quick walk up to one of these?
No, I just think it keeps on going. I don't think there's anything here. So I think we'll be wasting our time. I like being something on the end of our journey. Something to look at. Bushwalking is good, but it doesn't really excite people watching the video. So let's head back down to the car. Yeah, but I think we'd hear about it, or I'd find it as I search for stuff like this on the tube, and you know, there'd be something on there if there was something up here. Like you said, if it leads to the RAF base, then it'll just be enclosed land. Won't be able to get on there. It'll be prosecuted. People that enter these grounds will be prosecuted. Let's head back down here without falling, and maybe take some of those trails next to the portal. See if that takes us down into a train gully or something. So Jules insisted that we take one of these tracks to see if it leads us back towards the car. We'll come across a little bit of a flowing creek here. Should have gone this side here, babe. This one over here. All right, you cross, because I want to catch you falling in here. Well done. Well done. I just hope we don't head too far off track, otherwise we're going to have to come back all the way to the former side of the waterboard and then back again. So we decided to head down instead of head up, and there's the road we came along just on the other side of what I think is a creek down there. Forgot to actually show what light I'm using today. So we've got the absolutely stunning Beam E70 today in the titanium with the stainless steel blue button there on the back. 4,000 lumens. This is an absolutely beautiful light. It's the first time I've used it actually. I haven't had a chance to take it out. Very hefty pocket clip. Orange peel reflector with a bit of strike bezel on it. Just thought I'd show you what was lighting up that old generator. There are just tracks going everywhere. Ooh, it's a bit muddy through here. Alright, there should be a track off to the left up here somewhere that'll take us straight to the portal. So keep a lookout for that, and then we'll hit that bitumen road. We'll head back up to the car. Walking back up this track to what we're hoping is the portal. We couldn't actually see it hidden in the ferns, but the pipe that actually leads down to where the former side of the waterboard was goes along this track here. So we're going to follow this pipe and see where this takes us. I've got a sneaking suspicion this may come out close to the western entrance of the Glenbrook Railway Tunnel, because I did see a track leading on this side of the creek. I wonder how far that pipe goes. It's beautiful through here, isn't it? It's well worn. What are you hearing? Noises? Look how green it is. It looks like it's well walked because the ferns aren't growing over the track, so I'd say people use this quite often. I don't think too many people out today because the day started with quite heavy rain. It's now, it was a drizzle, just comes and goes. Okay, we're going to have to try to get back on that side there. There's the creek down there. So we're actually following the creek on the opposite side. We could cross the creek any time we wanted to anyway. As soon as we see the portal, maybe it's down there. We're actually walking back up towards the car now maybe. Oh look, there's a bin there. It's probably for the bush regen people. Bush regeneration. This is the beauty, just freestyling. You don't know what you're going to come across. Onwards and upwards we go. Okay, so the portal's way down over there. So we're back to the car. We can see Barnett Street, I gather, is up here because we can see cars coming down this road all the time. So we have actually walked back to the car on the other side of the creek, which is very wet. Very flooded. That's why there's no people out. So you could do this two ways. If anyone's thinking about doing this, Barnett Street is the place you want to come to up here at Glenbrook. You can actually park your car up at this boom gate. You got a bike rider? Yeah, brother. How are you? Well, we know what it's used for. Not too bad. So we know what it's used for now. Mountain bikers. And they're everywhere. So now I can understand why there's so many tracks. Challenging tracks for a whole bunch of different mountain bikers. That scared the shit out of me. I thought it was a bear or something coming out with me. That's the noise you probably heard. Remember you said you go first? There's a noise over there. Where did he go? Oh, I'll go around this way. Alright, this is Barnett Street. So yeah, if you're thinking about doing this walk, I would suggest maybe park your car here, on either side here. Start it from this side here, walk down towards what we think was the former waterboard site, and then come along the bitumen road on the other side, where the western side of the Glenbrook railway tunnel portal is. That was a quick little adventure this morning. Normally my videos go for an hour or two, but this one was quite short. Right, we'll call it a day from up here and Barnett Street, and we're just about to head down a knapsack road, and we're going to do Lucasville Station. It's a nice little walk to see remnants of an old station built in 1877. Adios. Jules actually yelled out and said, come down here for a little bit. Now, this could be the red containers that we're down close to the portal. Maybe they were moved here. There seems to be a house here. So if we were to guess what happened to those containers down there where that host was standing in front of, that could be them. Site Shed Rentals. Jules wants to go for a bit of a walk. She's just walk happy today. Let's go catch up with her, and if we come across anything else, we'll start up again. But there's a fence all along here. Nice little creek bed here. So going up that track led us to a cul-de-sac to the end of a road, and we followed the road, we came down this path, and we're back at the what we think is Glenbrook Oval here. There's Glenbrook in the distance here, and we're going to walk down the main road back to the car now. So all roads lead to the same place around here. When you're not locals, you're not quite sure where you're going, but you can't really get lost up here. No activities going on today. I don't know if sport's off for the year or whether or not the rain has called things off. Gateway to the Blue Mountains. Did you take a picture of that in the distance? Zoom in with your camera on that one. Okay, so this is the creek that probably leads back down to the portal. Like a little canal. This probably feeds the creek down there, probably goes through the nursery and down. Told you we'll find something just freestyling. We came across these 3 set of pylons here made out of bricks, and you've got a sign here saying these brick pillars form part of the base of a tank stand erected in 1892 when the railway line passed this spot. The tank was used for replenishing the water supply in steam locomotives. The water came from Glenbrook Lagoon about 2 kilometres northwest of here. The tank was in use until 1913. If you want to read the rest of that, just pause the screen. Oh, there you go. I've driven past this spot many times. Always seen these pillars here, but never knew what they were for. Learn something every day. Is the nursery open? I'm sure Jules will want to go in and have a look at the nursery. We can just see our car up in the distance there on the corner of Barnett and the Great Western Freeway. Jules's decided to come into this beautiful nursery on the edge of the Great Western Highway at Glenbrook here. And what did she say, a couple of hectares? Couple of acres, she said. And it's just a picturesque walk all the way through. So if you're thinking about wanting to do something, just come around and walk the grounds of this nursery. Do the portal, the Glenbrook Railway Tunnel portal, and stop in. It opens at midday though, so there's no earlier opening times. Midday to 4 PM, and it is closed on Sundays. Look how beautiful that is. It's tranquil. And these go all the way back down to where we were before. As I said, this is the beauty about freestyling. You come in contact with places like this. Now we could be up in the Blue Mountains somewhere doing a bushwalk, but we're just in the middle of Glenbrook here in a nursery, and it's pretty much like any of the bushwalks that we do up in the mountains. Got little bridges to cross. Stunning. There are just trails going everywhere in this beautiful nursery. We have just walked the Banksia Trail, and I think this is leading us to the Mint Bush Trail. Look at this for a bridge. Look at the colour. Jules is already over there. Always taking pictures, my Julie. The creek runs straight through the centre of this nursery. I think we're heading along the Mint Bush Trail, Jilesy. Oh no, here it is. We've been along the Mint Bush Trail. We are going to do the WWII walk. The Grass Tree Trail. Okay, we came along the Grass Tree Trail up there. We're going to do the WWII walk. I think it's more beautiful doing this when it's been raining, yeah? Everything just seems to be nice and green and wet and shiny. like a little maze. So we've completed the Waratah walk, which was not very big at all. Acacia Grove. We're going to head up this way. Waratah walk was very short. There's a couple of signs up here. Founders Corner. I'm not even going to. Anchorphora Bakery, planted Wednesday 8th of April 1981. What year would I have been in? I would have been in year 4, by John Kelly, first president. There go the Mr. Kelly. Founders Corner, that's a little bit overgrown over there. Mr. Kelly is long gone, I'd say. It's an old tree stump with some sort of tin plating on there. I don't know if I can read what that says. It might come a little bit clearer when I get home. I can't read it with my glasses on. WWII Trail. Let's see where WWII Trail takes us. Oh, we've got another track shooting this way. Dry Ridge Trail or the WWII Trail. I don't know which way Jules has gone. Jules! Is she headed along here or is she going up this way? She's always leaving me. I'll head up here and see if we can catch her. I actually did end up doing the Dry Ridge Trail by myself. Gilesy is waiting for me here and she took... What track did you take? The WWII Trail?
Rowan Trail.
The Rowan?
Crowan.
Crowan?
Crowan, and I made
WWII.
chairs.
It's not Crowan, it's WWII.
Oh, okay.
So I did the Dry Ridge Trail all on my lonesome.
And I made these chairs while I was waiting for you.
You are such a talented girl.
I know, right?
How beautiful they are. And we are going, do you want to try to pronounce that? Eriostemon Trail. The Eriostemon Trail. You reckon that's correct? You people laughing at me saying that's not how you say it. Do we turn right? Yeah, let's go on the one that we can actually say. We'll go back onto the tea tree trail. That beautiful little bench top. Little bench seat. I think one of the legs is ready to go. That's where the Glenbrook Oval is, just through the trees there. So that fence line that was surrounding what we didn't know was, is this actual nursery that hugs the Great Western Highway. Oh, we've got another beautiful little bridge here. Those pillars should be just out here. There they are up the top there. The steam pillars, Tea Tree Trail. Where's those steam pillars? Oh no, they're over there in the distance. There must be just some sort of plaque on that one. Straight down through there. It's like an old railway gully. Could have been back in the day, you know. That looks exactly like there would have been train tracks through here back in the day. Do you want to have a look inside at the plants? Might as well while we're here.
I had a quick look on the way in.
Yeah, not your type? Okay. Alright, let's head back down to the car and we'll finally start the Lucasville Station walk. Every time we think we're going to make a move, we come across something more stunning. So we've just done the Blue Gum walk and Jules has spotted this beautiful bridge down here. And a couple of seats just here. Imagine having a backyard like this. Look how beautiful that is. That was the other bridge that we were at up in the distance there. Melaleuca linearifolia. Snow on the Mount. I think I did a pretty good job pronouncing that. If Burke's Backyard was still around, I'm pretty sure Don Burke would want me on his team. The Blackbutt Bridge. Native bee display. Any bees in there? Let me have a look. We were actually watching Better Homes and Gardens last night, and Joanna Griggs was showing us her beautiful farm. She was showing how she had an automatic beehive where the honey would just drizzle down once you turned like a knob inside. I think it used to be a beehive, not anymore. Yeah. Why build a native bee house? Okay, it is. Alright, so they must go in the little holes. I don't know, I've never seen anything like this before. What's over here? You could make an entire video of just this place alone. The Banksia Trail, we have done that before. What does this chair say up here? Les Taylor, he had a good innings in appreciation of the contribution of Les Taylor. 1920 to 2000, a benefactor in enthusiasm, knowledge and skills to the Australian Plant Society and to this reserve. On your Les. You've done your country proud. I've just put you on my video. So if any of your siblings or relatives see this, all hail Les. Did you take a picture of Les up there? Who? Les, there's a chair up there. Go take a picture of Les. He made a huge contribution to the plants in here. Knapsack Creek. Okay, now we know what the creek's called. I'm loving these signs, making it easy for me. Beautiful lilies. Alright, let's head out the gates, Gilesy. I think it's time. We've been pretty lucky with the weather. It'll just be our luck to start that Lucasville Station walk and it start pouring down. They did say it was going to clear up, so. Yeah, I'll be happy to come back here again, to tell you the truth. Actually, did you get a picture of this? It gives an idea of the walk we just did. Let me see if I can move these out of the way. How's that? Now the top one going there. We really need to trim these trees back. Alright. I'll bid you farewell from, what's this actually called? The Glenbrook Native Plant Reserve. The Glenbrook Native Plant Reserve. We've got a couple of signs here. Plants for sale. Reserve open from 12 noon to 4 p.m. Saturday and Wednesday, and that's it. Saturday and Wednesday, only 2 days. Or Wednesday to Saturday, maybe. The Glenbrook Native Plant Reserve and Nursery. Open Saturday and Wednesday, only 2 days. Free entry. So if you're thinking about doing this, Saturday's your day from midday. Okay, we're off. That's a wrap from up here at Glenbrook. The next video will consist of Lucasville Station. Adios.